Hey all, video about alcohol and alcoholism. Interesting topic. A client come in the other day and he was talking about, am I drinking too much? I asked him, what are you drinking? And he staggeringly to me told me he's drinking about a carton a day, a carton. That's in Australia, and that's 24 bottles, like a crate in Holland. Or a box in every other country, but 24 bottles of beer, strong beer every day. Now, is that too much? Sounds like it, hey? Depends a little bit, obviously. It seems like on the high side, on the extreme side, but there's not a right or wrong answer or a black or white answer on what is too much in terms of alcohol. When you talk about alcoholism or alcohol abuse, the criterion is, can you do without it, pretty much. Alcoholism is the mental health disease where you are dependent physically or psychologically on alcohol and can't do without it, and your life revolves around your next drink, pretty much like any other drug, really. Alcohol abuse is not the state of dependency, but just overusing it in single occasions, drinking way too much. Now, that prompts the question, what's too much? Australia, for instance, America and Australia differ a little bit, but in Australia now, there's this rough standard, and actually in Australia it's higher, but there's an international standard that says that we shouldn't drink more than about 100 grams of alcohol every week. And a standard drink is about 10 grams of alcohol in Australia, about 14 grams of alcohol in America. So there's a slight difference there. But the international standards say, well, don't drink more than about 100 grams of alcohol, which equates to 10 standard drinks a week. In Australia, it's slightly higher. In America, it's slightly higher still. These are international ideas, the 100 grams one. What's a standard drink? Well, a mid alcohol range beer, so a MIDI as we call them, about 3.5%. That's one standard drink. 100 mils of wine and 30 mils of spirit, roughly. That equates to about a standard drink. Now, there's all these interesting myths about alcohol being good for you to a point. So there's been some studies about alcohol actually reducing the risk of heart attack, and that's correct. There have been studies that have shown that heart attacks are actually slightly, can be reduced by ingesting a bit of alcohol, a glass of red wine, the classic one. On the other hand, that doesn't include other heart diseases like plaques or other types of heart failure or aneurysms or heart failure in general. So there's all sorts of negative benefits to your heart anyway if drinking too much alcohol. Now, there's obviously the standard difference between men and women. Men have a little bit more water in their body, so can process alcohol a little bit better than women can in general. But there's still this idea of, within the medical world, that alcohol is just not good for you. More than 100 grams and more than 350 grams a week, that starts to have some serious health effects. There's all sorts of links between dementia. Obviously it's not good for your liver, it's not good for your kidneys, it's not good for your cholesterol levels, it's not good for your blood pressure. There's all sorts of associated problems, to the point even that there are some medical reports that say that by drinking more than that recommended amount of alcohol per week, you can shave off anywhere between 6 months and 5 years of your life by drinking too much alcohol. And that's not only in terms of the amount of life that you got left, but what about the quality of the amount of life that you've got left as well, if you're suffering from heart disease or slowly becoming more demented because your brain's not functioning anymore. So what's too much? Look, I don't know. I like a beer, a glass of wine every now and then, but I definitely don't make the 100 grams a week, and that's just my motto. I'm not Mr. Morality here, so definitely keep an eye on yourself. But as soon as you notice that there are some negative downside, or negative effects or downsides to your use of alcohol, well, then it's not enough, or that it's too much. You're past that point. And definitely when you're starting to feel the serious side effects of dependency or whatever's going on, then you want to start becoming really careful. Have a read about it. There's lots that can be done with counselling and alcoholism. Loads of behavioural therapies, otherwise mindfulness therapies to look at but it's more a matter of moderation. Look after yourself, and there's loads on the internet, so I don't have to teach you that. Have a look. Let me know if you've got questions, and look forward to speaking with you soon.